Right, let's talk to Adebayo about some of those big moves that we've seen progress this morning. We'll start with Ivan Toney. Adebayo, I'm right in thinking Ivan's a man you know fairly well.
Yeah.
What do you think he'll be thinking right now? £40 million agreed for him to go out to Al Ahly.
You know what? I actually think partly he'll be shocked that for the price tag, especially in today's day and age, other clubs in the Premier League, I think he's that good personally, and this is not biased, I think he's that good that if either Arsenal, who need a striker in the mug of a striker, and Chelsea, I think he's the difference maker. I think it will get Chelsea top four as of for where they were last season. And I actually do think he would be the difference for Arsenal to actually push him over to win the league.
Are you surprised they're not going for him?
I'm very shocked for 40 million for somebody that scored 20 odd goals in the Premier League. He's an England international, so I'm shocked in regards to that. But again, I'm not a manager and I don't know how it works, but I am shocked. So if I think for him, listen, I think he's made his mind up that he will move. And if it's not in the Premier League, then it would have to be Saudi Arabia.
Is this the current obsession with age now? Because if there'll be no resale value on Ivan Toney if you were to bring him in, really. If you offered him, 3-4 year deal, it's not going to recoup you any money. And this is the way clubs now have to look, isn't it? Yeah,
listen, I think it has become a bit more business orientated, but just take out for the here and now. I think Arsenal, and it pains me to say it because all my people are Arsenal supporters, but I actually think they're only probably a player away to win the Premier League. So I get about 3 or 4 years. I think if they bring in one more player for the project Arteta's building, that's the Premier League this season. But again, the people behind the board may be thinking about the business. I think Ivan Toney's 28, but even then, the way players take care of themselves now, 31, he'll still be in the peak of his powers. So again, outside looking in, I am a bit shocked in regards to more Premier League clubs, especially the top teams, because I think there's always that element of, like, Osimhen, I know, is 25. And if Chelsea do get him, there's still that whole, he may have to bed into the Premier League. Whereas when somebody's been in the Premier League, done it, international stage, so you know he's not going to really be phased. That's the shock value of it. But then again, I don't own clubs and I can't get into their mindset.
Not yet, anyway. So, you said one player away for Arsenal, as much as it pained you. Would that player be Ivan Toney, or could, as we're hearing today, that player be Raheem Sterling, or is that not quite what they need?
Listen, I do think when you look at Arsenal, I do think a lot of emphasis has been on Saka. I do think that. And again, listen, I've watched these players. I think Raheem Sterling would be an asset to Arsenal. So I do think it does make Arsenal stronger if they do bring him in the door. I think Arsenal supporters will say it is that striker. It's that striker that's going to get them 17 plus goals, 20 plus goals. It's that. But again, with the way modern football's going now, it's a lot more wingers, strikers, and Raheem's proven again. So could he be that player again? I know I'm waxing lyrical about Arsenal, which I hope none of them go to them personally, but but if they do, both players will make Arsenal stronger.